Are you ready to face one of the first bosses in Hellblade Senua Sacrifice? Today, I'm going to show you how to beat Valravn, as well as showing you a couple tricks I learned, and some things you should probably avoid. Let's go! Valravn is one of the bosses that you can choose to defeat as your first boss, with the other being 𝗧𝗛𝗡. Unlike 𝗧𝗛𝗡, his attacks emphasize more on speed, which can result in devastating attacks. Valravn uses a pair of sickles as his primary weapons when he's attacking. And he has a couple of different variations of attacks as well. There's a wild charge, sickle combos, overhead leap, and a sickle throw. Now, most of these can be parried or blocked, but there are some of them that are recommended to avoid. The wild charge is one of them, because even if you do end up parrying or blocking it, it'll still end up knocking Senua to the ground, which if you can get up fast enough won't matter. However, since Valravn can move so quickly across the map, it's recommended that you just be on the ground as little as humanly possible. When it comes to the sickle combos, Valravn can chain together multiple attacks with his sickles and quickly dash away if he's countered. However, if you do parry in time, you can give yourself a little bit of room to put in some damage and hurt him a little bit. When it comes to the overhead leap, Valravn will jump at Senua and bring both sickles down in a strong attack, which momentarily sticks him to the ground. So in those instances, I felt that using the heavy attack seemed to be the most effective because he doesn't end up staying down for very long. And then we have the sickle throw, in which Valravn will throw his sickles at Senua in a ranged attack, starting usually with one, and then two at once. Luckily, they can be parried if you do it with the correct timing, and they'll go back at him and damage him, which will also momentarily prevent him from moving around. So then, you can go in and at least do a little bit of damage. He will also occasionally leave the battlefield and summon some regular Northmen. And then towards the end of the battle, Valravn will envelop himself in shadows, which will make it impossible to attack him unless you use focus. I recommend parrying as many times as humanly possible, because every time you do, you help build up your focus meter, and then once that's full, you can use it, and that makes battling Valravn a ton easier. With this boss, I recommend making your attack combinations a little bit shorter than you normally would with regular enemies like the Northmen, just because Valravn can move so quickly, and it doesn't seem like you can really land a long attack combination on him without him moving. Valravn really likes to throw his sickles and do like long-range attacks. So just make sure to keep a moderate distance between yourself and him. The name of the game of this boss fight is defense. Just stay on the defensive, bring Valravn to you, and take advantage of those situations. And definitely, like I've said, parry, parry, parry. Even though Valravn isn't technically considered a difficult boss, he's definitely one that keeps you on your toes and makes you think more in a strategic manner. As long as you stay focused, time your parries and your attacks correctly, and take advantage of the situations when Valravn isn't actually attacking you, you'll defeat him no problem. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for future tutorials on Hellblade Senua Sacrifice. Hope that you're all treating yourselves well, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!